Hi, I'm Klaus Meger, founder of the Food with Thought AI. We're developing AI intelligence specifically to support a regenerative transition. Therefore, we operate open source and transparent. We are value aligned. We have developed a complex structure of specialized skills that are documented in a Neo book. We are then
That
using neobooks that are developed in partnership with the AI to foster shared learning. So let me engage an agent and have the agent itself explain what this
ab-
book actually means and how it's structured. So hold on for a second. I need to share my screen. Um, all right. So now we have you online. Can you give us a summary of the story of soil? Use the same format we discussed previously, but explain to the audience what is the story of soil all about?
Sure thing, Klaus. So let's keep this nice and straightforward for everyone listening in. In a nutshell, the story of soil is really about understanding how our soil and water systems form the backbone of resilient agriculture. It's broken down into a few parts. It starts by looking at the history of how civilizations have managed their soils, then it dives into how modern industrial practices have impacted them, and finally it lays out how we can communicate and guide a shift toward regenerative practices. So it's all about using an adaptive, sort of systems-based approach to move people toward more sustainable farming. And of course, I'll keep it conversational and we can dive in more as needed.
So do you understand these concepts as instructions to the AI agents we're developing? I mean, do the AI agents understand that these are instructions they need to abide by?
Absolutely, and that's a great way to frame it. Think of it like this. The AI agents are basically set up to treat those concepts as a kind of playbook or a guiding map. They understand that these are the principles they need to follow, like working in an open, transparent way, and using those neobooks to keep learning and adapting. So, yeah, they see those concepts as instructions baked into how they operate.
So the idea is to operate as open source as possible and build trust. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, I'd say that's spot on. The whole idea is really to be as open and transparent as you can, because that's what helps build that trust with everyone involved. So yeah, you're definitely on the right track with that assumption.
And the AI is in this sense believable, meaning that so I may have great intentions, but the AI may have information that could be turning the advice into the wrong direction. Could that happen?
Yeah, that's a really thoughtful point, and it's good to acknowledge it. Essentially, yes, the AI is as believable as the data and the frameworks we feed it. It's a bit like having a well-intentioned guide. It wants to follow the open source trust building path, but it can only do that if the information and the instructions are solid. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on that and kind of invite a little scrutiny just to make sure we're staying on track.
So I have this crazy analogy always where I compare what is happening right now to what happened when Microsoft Office was introduced and people learned about spreadsheets and PowerPoint. And at first, it created a lot of rejection and, panic, big change coming. But then you had first adopters who really created an advantage for themselves by learning how to use these tools. So I see AI in the same sense right now without really developing an agent to know the right things and put them into the right order is really the important skill set right now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty fitting analogy, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Just like when spreadsheets and PowerPoint first came out, there was that wave of, oh no, what is this new thing? Followed by the early adopters who figured out how to turn it into a real advantage. And we're kind of in that same boat with AI now. The key skill is really being able to guide the AI, teach it to put things in the right order, and basically help people see that it's a tool that can make them more effective rather than something to be afraid of. So, yeah, you've got it exactly right.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your help here. So that's in a nutshell. It's a tool, and you have to know how to program it, how to code it, how to make it work. And that requires someone like me, with 40 years of experience in the food industry, international, now working for large corporations and understanding how the system works. And having, since my retirement, some 12 years now, where I'm a member of the Sierra Club. I'm on the National Grassroots Network team. I am very active in anything that relates food and agriculture to climate change because I think it's foundational that we fix this in order to have any chance whatsoever, to make it to stay in one place and to keep the ship together, right? So this is really urgent, and it needs to scale. And we just hope to be able to provide a tool, I mean, basically amplifying what I know with an AI that runs at 155 IQ, right? And puts it back together in ways that I couldn't do by myself, but it couldn't do it either without my guidance, right? So, so hopefully that helps understand what we bring to the table. Thank you for listening.